Greetings, this is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, trend update, more dead sea life. This time it's in the Great Barrier Reef of Australia. And the scripture reference is Revelation 16 verse 3. And the second angel poured out his bowl into the sea, and it became blood like that of a dead man, and every living thing in the sea died. So this is talking about complete sea death in Revelation 16:3. Now, the context of Revelation 16, we're in the bowl judgment, so this would be the last third of the tribulation. Now, we're nowhere near that, but this will eventually trend that way. And in Revelation 8, a third of the sea life dies. And when we arrive to the bowl judgments, eventually all sea life dies. Well, one thing you can't deny right now is, we have a clear example and a global trend of a lot of dying sea life taking place across the globe. We've had big events off the coast of Chile. We've had some events in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's becoming a weekly, daily occurrence. If you dig through the press, you can see massive amounts of sea life death. Well, the latest example, and The Guardian has put out pretty extensive article looking at the Great Barrier Reef. And effectively, water temperatures have increased as a result of multiple things, and we'll get into that later. But the increased temperatures have resulted in the bleaching of the Great Barrier Reef. And, one of the things that the divers talks about in the article is just the overwhelming smell of death that takes place when they go to the Great Barrier Reef. And the Great Barrier Reef, 500 million people, with a B, billion, 1/2 billion people rely on the Great Barrier Reef around the world as a source of food. That doesn't count all the jobs that occur with that as well, but there's tourism, jobs, and revenue that occur because of the Great Barrier Reef, and it's estimated the revenue generated by tourism is close to $6 billion a year, and roughly 70,000 jobs. The Great Barrier Reef is roughly an area the size of Germany, and they say it's 2,300 kilometers in length. It covers a significant portion of the eastern shoreline of the continent of Australia. This thing is immense. Most of the damage is occurring in the northern third of the reef, where almost a quarter of the coral in the reef are dead, and the story estimates 22% is what they're saying. And they do think that 93% of all of the reefs involved in the Great Barrier Reef have some form or some degree of bleaching. Now, again, most of it's in the northern third and the middle third, where the water appears to be the warmest. Now, there are multiple factors causing this, and the point of this is not to be political. The point is that it's happening. But you have El Nino, weather phenomena, global weather patterns are changing, fertilizer that gets dumped into the ocean that comes out of the rivers, pollution, herbicides, and so forth. So there are multiple things that are causing it. It's not any one particular thing. But the point is this is another example of a significant amount of sea life death that's taking place in our planet. And it is a trend, and these stories are becoming larger with each passing story that comes out, and the area affected becomes larger. The Great Barrier Reef is a big deal. The coastline of Chile in South America is a big deal. So something to keep an eye on and something to monitor. Appreciate you guys listening. If you're interested in these topics, I'm going to provide a link to the Guardian article. Also, feel free to check out paulthepoke.com, keyword dead sea life, and there are multiple posts of scores of examples of dead sea life taking place around the planet. Thanks for listening. Take care.